We're back.
Hi. So, well. And funny enough, I was just about to watch the sub previews for here in time for next week while you were starting back up. Anywho, we left off on Dusk Diver, right?
Yep.
Okay, so picking up from there on the 29th, we have Earthfall, Alien Horde for Switch, Forager for Switch, Gwent the Witcher card game for iOS, Harvest Moon Mad Dash for PlayStation 4 and Switch, Mars Odyssey for PlayStation 4, Northgard for Xbox One, Resident Evils 5, 6, and a Resident Evil triple pack for Switch, Super Monkey Ball Blitz HD for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch, Vampire for Switch, and Yakuza 4 Remaster for PlayStation 4. You almost can play the entire Yakuza series on PlayStation 4, and probably not long after PC. Almost. On the 31st, we have eFootball PES 2020 for Android and iOS, Flan for Switch, Ghostblade HD for Switch, Ghost Parade for PlayStation 4 and Switch, Luigi's Mansion 3 for Switch, Remother Tormented Fathers for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch, Roman Rumble in Las Vegas, Asterix and Obelix XXL 2 for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch, Session Xbox Game Preview for Xbox One, Shaun the Sheep, Home Farmageddon Party Edition for Switch. Also, this was the day where I realized, oh, you were gone. So right around in here is when I went, oh, you're not here. I should stop reading releases then.
Well then.
We also have Sparklight for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Stella for iOS, Stranded Sails, Explorers of the Cursed Islands for Signature Edition for PlayStation 4, Synth Riders for Stadia, The Big Journey for Switch, WRC 8 FIA World Rally Championships for Switch, and Yuri for Switch. And finally, on November 1st, we have Citadel Forged with Fire for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, Everspace Stellar Edition for PlayStation 4 and Switch, Jalopy for Xbox One, Race with Ryan for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and Switch, and Spirit of the North for PlayStation 4.
And I think in light of this week's releases, I might actually leave it to where it's just having the mobile stuff in there until it gets out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's only a few and it's like bigger name stuff, then fine.
Yep.
When it starts getting to literally everything, then yeah, that's when it's getting pulled.
Anyway, that takes us to quick draws, and mine is a kind of a weird thing that I kind of wasn't expecting this to kind of blow up into a story. So, you know how SMT Cross Fire Emblem is coming to the Switch and being ported by some fucking miracle?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, for the Japanese version, it will actually have all of the localization changes from the English release from the original game. And there was quite a lot of changes from cosmetic to some story to some age stuff. Essentially, up and down the board, the game was a bit different from how it was in Japan, down to there was a certain piece of DLC that we couldn't get in America. So the Japanese version will be essentially all of the English changes, and Atlas and Nintendo are talking this up too. We wanted an international release date, and this is the only way for us to do it. And they have even offered to refund money based on this situation, since this wasn't clear at announcement that this was going to be the case.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so Nintendo's just going, hey, if you don't like this, we'll refund you. Like, we have no qualms over that. So yeah, I kind of didn't expect all this to happen. And I also didn't expect this to blow up, and I also didn't expect people to have a cow over it all over again. Because yeah, it's a bit out of touch, or not necessarily out of touch, but maybe a bit old-fashioned to be doing these kind of changes to a game like this. But on the other hand, I go, realistically, does it make sense culturally that we should be making these changes? Because I'm not one to speak for that. Anywho, I'm just honestly still surprised that this game is getting ported to Switch in the first place. So, oh well. Anyway, that's all I really had. I'm just surprised that they're like, oh yeah, we're keeping the changes, and oh yeah, it's gonna go international now, and I'm like, oh my god, people are having a cow over this. You still have the Wii U version. You still have the Japanese Wii U version. Calm down. Hell, I think people went as far as to put out patches for jailbroke homebrew Wii U owners to homebrew the English version with the Japanese changes, or the original Japanese stuff. I get it, but it's not that big of a deal. Anywho, you do not have a quick draw, correct?
Correct.
All right. So that'll pretty much do it for us this week. Tomorrow, we are taking a look at Movie Tyson Megamax on TGSR. The usual Clue pre-show before that, because the Clue is just the permanent Sunday pre-show until I somehow get sick of Clue.
Somehow.
Yeah. In this next week, we will continue Traveler's Senki and maybe beating it this week, because it's not that long of a game, apparently. Especially when you blow past encounters like I do.
I don't know if we'll do Destiny Friday.
After having a considerable amount of issues.
Yeah, I need to figure out what's going on there. And in light of me now seeing that it was some kind of weird something, I'm gonna see if I can't get it to work in Linux.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to swap back and forth.
So, co-op's gonna be a bit in question for a while.
Yeah, because we're not doing another Zelda game right now. No. Ocarina and Minish Cap kind of just, no.
Yeah. And we'll be continuing Three Houses as well, and I might be going longer a couple of days in order to ensure that we get done in time to do Sword and Shield on the Thursdays. Because we're getting pretty close to that sort of release date.
Yep.
And I have 6 chapters left, I believe, to do in about 3 weeks.
2 a day, that's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just means I have to go double the length of the stream practically. That or just blaze through the fucking the monastery stuff, because that usually takes the longest. Is actually the monastery stuff. If I decide fuck this monastery stuff and just blaze through it, we'll probably get through it and get through 2 chapters in the stream. And then Rampant Gaming on Saturday, which
It'll be dependent on whatever gets done Friday kind of deal.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll be back to normal Forza next week. Or normal Forza episodes next week, so For Tommy, I'm Peace. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.